What's going on, guys? Nick Ehrlich here with the Lean Life Revolution, and I'm going through some of your questions that I get through our Facebook page and our Instagram and our YouTube page, and I'm trying to answer some of those questions for you guys. And when I see them that are a little more in depth, I want to do them here on our channel so more people can benefit, because it's a question I get a lot, you know what I mean? So a question that I get a lot has to do with eating in the evening. I have someone who just hit me up about it. They say, I can eat healthy all day, I'm really good at breakfast, I'm really good at lunch, I'm really good at dinner, and then somehow, like right before bed, I completely fall apart. I get super ravenous, and I end up eating all this food right before I go to bed, and it's really hampering my results. So how do I stop doing that? Okay. So eating in the evening is usually indicative of a few different things. And I want to go through those for you so you can figure out maybe which one of those things is you, and you can figure out how you can start curbing that kind of evening binge before you go to sleep. So the first thing is that if you're super ravenously hungry in the evening, it might be indicative of the fact that you are not eating enough throughout the day. You know, I see these diets that people send me, and they're super like dainty. Every meal is like very like, oh, I eat half of a bar here, and then I have half an apple with a little bit of this here. And they have super low amounts of just calories throughout the first half of their day. And then you see as their day goes along, they have what I call a backloaded day, where the majority of their calories are coming in at dinner and right before bed. And obviously it's never a great idea to take in a massive amount of calories right before you go to sleep, because you know all that's going to do is going to sit in your stomach, your body's going to get zero activity for the next hopefully 8 hours, and a lot of that food is just going to get stored as body fat. So the first thing is, I would suggest making sure that you're pumping up your calories earlier and throughout the day. Make sure you're taking in, you know, 250 to 350 calories 5 or 6 times a day, depending on your weight and all that good stuff, to make sure that you're not just getting super hungry at the end of your day. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you're eating too many carbs too late in the day. Remember, carbs, although we need them in our diet, are tremendously good at driving up our blood sugar, and then depending on what kind of carb, if it's a simple or complex, our blood sugar tends to drop off at the end, and that's when we get low energy, it's when we get lethargic, it's when we get hungry again, and maybe you get a little cranky or testy, which I know some of you guys do. And so if you're having a lot of carbs at dinner time, and you eat dinner at 6 or 7 and you don't go to bed till 10 or 10:30, then you're probably going to feel the effects of that as that carb spike starts to drop off and your body gets super hungry again. You know, so you want to make sure that your dinner, I always tell people to make sure their dinner is pretty much carb free, to make sure that their blood sugar is going to really even out and stabilize right before they go to bed. And then the third thing, and a lot of times the most common thing, is that your brain is actually tired, right? And when your brain is tired, when your brain is fatigued, remember, it's the end of the day. You've been at work, you've had family stuff, you've had gym stuff, you've had all stuff on your mind all day, and you're actually tired before you go to bed. And as your brain gets tired, it wants to stay awake. So it signals your body to get the purest form of energy that it can think of, which is sugar. Which is why when you think about eating in the evenings, you think a lot about ice cream and pretzels and chips and cookies and all that kind of simple carb crap that you take in before you go to bed that you don't feel really good about. You notice that you don't have cravings for things like vegetables and lean proteins and healthy fats, because that's not what your brain wants. Your brain wants simple sugars so it can keep your body awake for longer. So when you start feeling those hunger pangs, when you start feeling that like incredible urge to eat, especially when it's late at night, have a cup of tea and go to bed earlier, because that is your brain telling your body that it is tired. So those are some reasons you might be eating late at night. Hopefully you can take some of those and make some changes in your day to see if that helps. And obviously if it doesn't help, shoot me a message. We'll figure out what the problem is. Thank you for checking us out. Keep your questions coming, so I'll answer them right here. Thanks for joining the revolution.